Welcome to Island Time Watch Review. I am Chris, and today we have something really special. It is something on the horizon, something across the coast that's coming along, a Microbrand goodness. It's Coast Watch Company's Pacific Explorer. Boom. Here they are, man. Amazing watches. This is a Microbrand upcoming watch from an amazing designer named Ty Coast in Denmark. Let's go ahead and take a closer look, and I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end here. I don't know what that was. Is that like a... No. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and bring it up close, take a look, see what we think, and I'll bring it back up and we'll talk about my thoughts. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we are. This is the Coast Watch Company Pacific Explorer. And this is the amazing case. I love how rugged it is. How many sides is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-sided sex machine capsule into the Coast Watch world. It's got some brass rivet buttons here. And yeah, I just love it. Like when I got this case to review, it was just already weathered and looked amazing. So if you guys are fans of leather, I think you'll like this. And I do want to talk about the case first before we get into the watches. But yeah, let's crack this bad boy open, you know? All right, here we go. Pop, pop. Oh, and wrist check. I'm wearing my GBX 100. This has become like my home watch. It's so light. Yeah, it's big, but it's super legible no matter what time of the day, and I love that. So anyway, you open this up, and look at that. 3-watch jam. Oh boy, that looks good. Oh my God. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about here, but I'm going to take these out, and we'll just take a look at the actual case. Let's do it. All right, here's the case, guys. So it's a 3-watch case. It's got this really soft felt kind of inside, and it's a cool color too. I don't know if you can catch this on the camera here, but yeah, it's like this moss. I guess it's lighter than that, but yeah, it's nice, and this is padded too. So yeah, it opens up like that, super simple. It kind of rolls out, and then you have these 3 slotted little pillows. See that? So, and they're kind of stiff too, which is nice. You know, keeps the rigidity of the whole case across the board, which I like. But yeah, they just slide in these little slots right here. Personally, I think that this, for me, I would love a watch roll like this. It's perhaps not as small as other cases are, but yeah, I don't know, man. I like it a lot. It's just really nice. Solid stuff from Coast Watches. I think this is going to be available in one of their packs. Yeah, I know it's not on Kickstarter yet, and you know, a lot of this too, just before I get into the watches, these are prototypes. So a lot of this is subject to change, so just kind of giving us an idea of what Coast Watch's first watch is going to be here. A lot of time spent on this watch, I know that, but yeah, that's cool. The branding's great. Yeah, so like I was saying before, yeah, it's maybe a little bit bigger, but you can just throw it in a bag and not worry at all about it. That's one thing I love about this. Like, you know, I would have no problems putting any watch in here and knowing that it's safe. So it's kind of that trade-off, right? Like there are some pouches, which I don't know if Coast Watches is going to do. I think they have different packages they're going to do with different kinds of cases that might be available. And I know that this is one of them. So yeah, they might offer something that's suitable for somebody who wants maybe a smaller pouch. But yeah, any watch collector, anybody who has watches would love something like this. It's super durable, really rugged, and yeah, trustworthy, which is really the most important part, I think. Yeah, so let's move this out of the way. Okay, babies, let's get into the watches here. Oh my gosh, this is just too much. I'm gonna wipe these guys down. You know, and also I just want to mention too, this is a new setup for me. I'm in a new home. So this is my kitchen counter, which is a little bit different than I normally would do. So bear with me. The sound might even be kind of echoey. I'm not even sure yet. So hopefully I can kind of isolate that and make it sound a little better. But here it is. This right here, my friends, is the Coast Watch Company. Oh, Pacific Explorer. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the dials, right? I mean, that's what I noticed when I first got this. These are the three colors. I forget the names. I know he announced the names on Instagram. But this one's kind of got like this. So this is their black, which is kind of like a smoky color. Look at that right there. If you notice that, look at that. That's amazing. So it's black. It looks black in some lights, and then it'll just give you that whole sheen. So that's their black or gray dial. And of course, well, I'll get into the specs here, but I just kind of want to show off the dials first. This is their blue. Now, if you notice this, also black, but not really. Look at that. And, you know, it's really hard to capture this on camera, I'll be honest, because it really pops in the sunlight. So I have some studio lights here. I'm not even sure this is doing it justice, but this really pops. Look at that. Really unique, you know? And gosh, I don't even know. This is, to me, can really double up in a lot of ways. The Explorer, just in general, I know, was designed for everyday purposes, any kind of situation, no matter where you go. And I think this fits the bill, and I'm surprised at how dressy it can even get. Look at that. It's beautiful. So that's the blue dial, and this is the brown dial, which I love. Let's go ahead and look at this one. So it's also, see, you kind of get that like ambery color, and you know, I'm a music nerd. I love music. This reminds me so much of different guitar finishes, but also like vinyl. That's what it makes me think of, like a classic vinyl kind of dreamscape, beautiful jam. But that's, yeah, this is probably, I don't know if this exact model is what I'm going to go for, but this dial I think is the one I really like. So hopefully when they go live on Kickstarter, this is the one I can pick up. But yeah, look at that. You know what? I'm gonna stick with the gray, I guess, while I talk about the specs here. This watch is stainless steel, 39 millimeter case size. The thickness here is 12 millimeters. Lug to lug is 47 millimeters. And let's see here, lug width is 20 millimeters. We got a screw down case back, which is beautiful. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it. This is incredible. And let's see here. The movement inside is SW200. That's a Sellita. I was informed that Coast Watch Company is actually getting these Sellitas directly from Sellita, so they have a relationship of some kind. I'm not really sure, but that's really cool. I know one thing about Sellitas. I don't know why this isn't moving. I need to make this go. And by the way, that's smooth as heck. Smooth as heck. That's the way a dad would say it. Yeah, getting their movements from Sellita. So there's a reliability factor there that's just kind of great. You don't get that from a lot of other microbrands, but yeah, this crown is great. And if you notice the Sellita movement, like that sweep is very pretty. Very, very nice sweep. So yeah, screw down crown. Let's see here. So this is kind of another, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. Like the colors are available: the blue, gray, brown, and I'm not sure if he's gonna do other colors, but this is 12-hour bezel, which is available. This is 12-hour bezel is unidirectional. I believe he mentioned maybe offering a diver bezel, which will be bidirectional. Not quite sure though, but the bezel has ceramic ball bearings. I know this is a prototype. I actually like this. I don't even know how many clicks this is, but it's very smooth to me. It has this cool popping click. And personally for me, I like 12-hour bezels. I think they're more functional for my life. You know, I can track time zones, like, you know, even my family in Chicago, or, you know, friends internationally, that kind of thing. And this is a 200 meter water resistance. The sapphire glass here, it has AR coating on the inside, and the lume, which I do need to get a flashlight of some kind, but the lume is really nice on these. It is Super Luminova C1X1. So it's just this like icy, beautiful color. So I wish I could show you that right now. I can't. But the other thing is too, I wanted to get this review out as soon as possible, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to do this review. But these units are going to go to somebody else here to review as well. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of the stats. But let's talk about the more interesting things here, the little details that I love. All right, so there's going to be options. That's what I understand. I don't know the full packages, but this is the solid bezel. They'll have a solid bezel, they'll have the 12-hour bezel, and a diver bezel. Gosh, man, this is a really nice piece, though. Yes, and I think that the spirit of this watch, as I'm told, is they have hands, these beautiful hands that are evocative of old compasses, which I can totally see. I want to say this. I know that there's a lot of, you know, these are prototypes, right? So the finishing is really beautiful and rugged. We're probably going to get more of a satin finish on the hands. I don't know how close I can get there, but the line, I mean, it lines up beautifully. And I will say one thing too, one really cool feature about this is that in line with the whole style of this watch, it is just made to be used. And I think that that's kind of why it's an Explorer. It's called an Explorer watch. It's not like a quote-unquote diver watch. It's like you can do anything in this watch. It's a sandwich dial, which means that the lume is really reliable. From what I understand, sandwich dials also have a longer lifetime because the indices, you know, can't fall off if they're applied or anything like that, and you can reapply a lume if you need to really easily. And with that, you know, having a reliable movement can't go wrong, you know. Oh yeah, so I said old compass, wham, there it is. Windrose, I believe these are called. Simple, beautiful, excellent. I feel like I'm sounding like kind of like Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, that's pretty much the jam. And before I get into the straps, I do want to kind of talk about the case. This is a 47 millimeters. Now, if you guys notice, I love the shape of this. And I'm going to put it on the wrist eventually, but look at that. It's very compact. So it wears, you know, I do have a vintage watch from the 70s that I really love, my Seiko. And I also have a Damasco that kind of has this kind of shape, and I love wearing that watch because of how it feels. And this watch gives you that. So that's one thing I don't know a lot of reviewers really talk about, but it feels great. It feels like an old glove. It just feels comfortable. They curve down really comfortably. Yeah, I don't know how Coast Watch Company did it, but it just looks, I mean, it feels great. That's the really most important part to a watch, really, because, you know, a lot of times you'll choose a watch because it feels great when you put it on, and it just feels great on the wrist. So curves right there, and if you notice the lugs here, beautiful mix of polishing and brushed or satin, I guess. One thing you notice here too is that there's like a brushed here in the middle of the lugs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of hard to see. Maybe it'll be easier to see on this. Actually, this is a great example because it matches the bracelet. See how it's brushed right there? And then the inside of the lugs are brushed. So it just looks so nice. I do understand that Coast Watch Company has gone through many iterations and really wanted to watch, especially for their first watch, to be something special, something 100% unique. And you get that. You know, even this bracelet too, and I'll get into the bracelets and the straps. Actually, why not? I'm here already. It's kind of a flat Jubilee style. Look at this. Look how comfortable that is. I mean, it's comfortable. It's just malleable. Also, the one thing I want to mention here too, all of the straps here that come with it, quick release. See that? And that includes the leather straps that are going to be available. But yeah, it's like a flat Jubilee style. So it's kind of like you get some of that classic feel. It does kind of have a vintage feel because it tapers. You see that taper from the 20 millimeter down. I think that's a 16 probably. Yeah, so you get that, but it's also just like modern but classic. I don't know how to describe it. It's so nice. Yes, and the other thing too, the end links. The links here, you can just screw them right in. I had probably the easiest experience sizing this for my tiny little wrist because yeah, it's super easy to screw. Now, also got this clasp here, just the push clasp and a little over jam. I love it. The details are great. I don't know if you can tell here. This is brushed and this is polished. The clasp over here is polished. This is brushed. Also, you get micro adjustment for spots. So yeah, I don't think you have any problem sizing this guy up. Really, really comfortable. Kind of love this bracelet and would love to have it on one of my Seikos probably even. Unique. It's a unique but simple idea, you know? Like every people love Jubilees, but you're also going to get that flat kind of feel, almost like an oyster. I don't know. I love it. Now, speaking of that kind of mix of classic and modern, look at this. Look at this strap. Oh boy. So quick release again, 20 millimeters. And you see what this says? Genuine ostrich leg. That's what I used to call this kid on my soccer team when I was young. I'm like, hey, yo, ostrich leg. You know, kick the ball, pass the ball over to me. I'm just in awe of this strap. High quality, guys. Really high quality. It's thick, but malleable. And you know what? I think a lot of times people overlook. I know that Coast Watch Company wants to offer other kinds of straps, probably ones that are more simple. But this, I want one of these. Easily dressed up, but also robust and thick enough that you know you can just wear it whenever. It's kind of got that cool old man vibe, but so much texture, so much life, and signed buckle as well. Yeah, so much life, and that kind of brings me right back to. Oh, this is also tapered. I'm not sure the dimensions of that, but yeah, it's tapered. But these watches have so much life to them because there's like captures the light like that. It looks like a vinyl right there, you know, like like the grooves on a vinyl. Yeah, there's so much life to this watch, and I think that's kind of what's really attractive. There's life in the dial, there's life in the choices of, you know, the comfortability choices in the case, and also the strap. Just a lot of life, man. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and put this on wrist. I'm going to put on the brown one because that's kind of the one I want. Let's do it. Here we go. Look at that. So I have a 6 1/4 inch wrist, very small wrist, but even on the camera right here, like look how well that fits me. I'm almost not sure this is 47 millimeter lug to lug. It feels smaller than that and comfortable. Now, one thing I'll say too, like, you know, a lot of people, I think smaller sizes are coming back a little bit, but you know, some people really want a 42 millimeter watch or whatever, or bigger sizes. This has so much wrist presence because of the balance of the dial. You know, the 369, the sandwich dial, the indices being very prominent and legible. You know, it just looks, and plus it's got that, look at that, wham, look at that color. So yeah, for me, it fits like a glove, you know, and I wish I could kind of show you that, but like those lugs hug down right there. Look at that. So it's just really comfortable. 6 1/4 inch wrist, look at that. And I think that it'll look good on, you know, bigger wrists because it's so, I don't know, bold, but like understated at the same time. I don't know. I know Thai Coast, the maker here, he really wanted to get something that would work for a lot of people, but something that you can trust. And I don't know. The biggest thing for me is, I've been into watches now for a little while, and not that long, but for a little while, and I know that there's nothing like getting a really personalized kind of experience with Microbrands. Someone put their heart and soul into this. I know it's been in development for at least like 3 years. And I wouldn't be afraid to wear this watch wherever. If I were to get, one of my dream watches, which would be a Grand Seiko or maybe even a Rolex one day, there's that little bit of a concern. Like, will I bring it out with me? This one? No, I want it to age with me. It's kind of got that like glove feel. It just feels good. Beautiful watch. Great design. And comfortable as hell. Before we go, I do want to put on the bracelet so we can take a look at that too. And here's the bracelet. I love bracelets, man. Look at that. Guys, look at that bracelet. It's so attractive looking. And again, look, hugs the wrist really, really well. And, even with the 12-hour bezel, it's still just so thin. So thin. Will fit under a cuff, no problem. And yeah, look at that blue. You could dress this guy up for sure. Yeah, a lot of different options in this watch. The bracelet's awesome. I definitely want to get this watch on a bracelet. I don't know the packages again, but we'll see. This bracelet's really cool. So that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and bring it back up, and I'll talk to you guys a bit about the watch and what I think, and let's do it. So that's it, guys. The Pacific Explorer, and if you guys haven't caught that, Thai Coast is the designer's name in Denmark, named after his family name. Pacific Explorer, I believe, because the story is that his father is was originally from California or lived in California, from California, I'm not sure. But yeah, Pacific. That's what's up. Pacific Ocean. So it's a nod to his father. So I got to say, guys, first off, again, I wasn't paid at all for this review, but usually I'd want to tell the story of the brand before we even go into the review, but I kind of want to take some time here now. I actually, when I was first getting into watches, Thai Coast reached out to me on Facebook and was answering like simple questions that I needed to know about, about watches when I was like first getting into collecting and learning more about them. I didn't even know he was working on this. So it was like kind of cool that eventually he reached back out. Well, I reached out to him when I heard and asked if I could get a review, and he was kind enough to do that. Now that's like another thing too. I'm not getting paid for this. Thai Coast was kind enough to, send me these prototypes to review. Before sending it, I have to send it to other reviewers. But, my channel, I really appreciate you guys taking time on my channel to watch these videos. But, my reach is not very large. I know that he had, an article in Worn Wound. And that's actually another point, too, is Thai's determined to make this dream come true for him. And, I know he'd been working on this watch for at least 3 years, I think. And I know I was really excited about his first release on Kickstarter because, I like the watch, but unfortunately that was like towards the beginning of the pandemic, and he didn't let that deter him. He just kept going, and now all of a sudden, he's got this improvement here to that model, and got really unique colors, and the wearability is amazing. He, the goal here, from what I understand too, is to make as close as he could to his dream perfect one watch collection, and I think he's achieved it. A lot of people, watches are different for each person, but if you want a robust watch at a reasonable size that you can wear in any kind of situation, I think he did that. I wouldn't be afraid to wear this in any situation, and that's kind of like what I hinted at the end of the video, at the end of the up close part. You can get a Rolex or a Grand Seiko, and I'd love to have one of those one day, But there's nothing like a watch from somebody who is readily available to talk to, who wants to help you out, who wants your experience to be amazing, and you don't feel afraid to bring it wherever you go. You don't feel, bad exploring with it, with the Explorer. So, yeah, I know Ty, he's helped me out for for nothing. I mean, he's just helped me out with questions just because he loves watches and he loves the watch community. And I think this is an extension of him, and I'm excited for him. I'm definitely getting a watch. I don't know which kind. I don't know what the packages are going to be. But yeah, I have nothing else bad to say about this. I do know that the loom, so these are prototypes. I wasn't able to show you guys the loom. One of the drawbacks, but I think it's something he's going to fix, obviously, is the loom on the seconds hand wasn't working. But these are prototypes. Those are things that, like, he just wants to make sure the fit and finish is something that he wants to the level he wants. So I think he will definitely get that. That's minor. Yeah, I'm excited about this release, guys. Look at these colors. The colors are amazing. There's so much life to this watch. And I alluded to that too at the end. Thai Coast, really excited about this watch, buddy. And I hope that you, I hope you get a lot of success here. You deserve it. Thanks for all the help. And yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of astounded that I got a chance to review such a nice watch on this channel. I'm excited. I actually will hopefully be able to do a review or another video where we kind of go through the packages that are available when the Kickstarter is live. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I think the brown dial's for me. I think that's the one, but I don't know. The blue's nice too. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time.